What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit. Spawning here in the bottom right hand corner of Dreamcatcher Ellie, playing with the blue Zerg pieces, we have a player who goes by the name of Serral. And his opponent spawning in the top left hand position, playing with the red Terran pieces, we have a player who is known as HeroMarine. So HeroMarine and Serral, guys, two incredible players and two of the best players in the world at their respective races. Serral, of course, is an absolute monster when it comes to the Zerg pieces. One of the best, if not the best player in the world currently playing. And HeroMarine is obviously a force to be reckoned with as well, though. He is very good with the Terran pieces. And this game, or series I should say, was played at the WCS in Valencia, and it is the semifinal, which is very exciting. Now, here's something really interesting. We've got Serral going ahead and getting the gas geyser into a spawning pool, and then he's going to go ahead and get his natural expansion here very shortly. Zerg decides to do this simply because it gets some of his army out a little bit quicker, which would be some Zerglings to maybe harass across the map. Looks like HeroMarine on the opposite side is going to go ahead and get, of course, his barracks into the refinery, and now is going to go ahead and morph into an orbital command, as well as getting his natural expansion here in the low ground. Serral's going to go ahead and get his Zergling speed upgrade going. And very standard, of course, for pretty much from both sides. A little bit of a mix, change up, I should say, with the Zerg player. But when it's all said and done, nothing too out of the ordinary quite yet. Reaper is now going to make its way across the map. We're going to try to probably do a little bit of some damage here. And it looks like really Serral decided not to even go with some heavy Zergling play here. He just decided to go ahead and just get more and more drones out, as well as now he's almost up. He's going up to 2 queens at this point as well. So very interesting decision making here. The Reaper seems to be chilling, just kind of waiting for some Zerglings to come across the map, and it doesn't look like that's going to be the case yet. The Reaper is going to come around to see if a third base is up and running, and sees that that is not the case yet. Looks like he's going to try to snipe at least one of these Zerglings at this point. Serral just keeps droning up. He's getting more and more queens out. And this Reaper looks like he is going to try to deny the third base from going down. Looks like these Zerglings are going to shoo the Reaper away, and they do exactly that. And the Reaper, a little bit sloppy there by HeroMarine. He was a little bit busy across on his side of the map, though, so there is that. Now, what is HeroMarine doing? So, obviously, he's getting an orbital command here at the natural expansion. He's going to go ahead and start going with double Hellion play, which is very smart. I love that decision a lot. It works out great against Zerg and can be extremely annoying going against mass amounts of... not mass amounts, but a lot of Hellions, to say the least. He's got the starport, moves it onto the tech lab, and he's going to go ahead and get cloaking immediately for the Banshee. So I like that decision a lot as well. So far, I'm really liking the decision making by our Terran player. Our Zerg player is going to go ahead and get his third base going here. He's probably going to try to get that up and running here very, very soon. And really, while this has all been going on, just more drones have been going down here for Serral. He is really macroing up a bigger and bigger worker army, and he's probably going to start really trying to figure out what his opponent is doing here with this Overlord here. Looks like the Overlord is going to be able to spot a little bit of some information here. 4 of these Hellions are coming across the map here. They're going to be met by 3 queens, which I don't think HeroMarine is going to want to fight into that, and he decides to smartly back off here. So I'm wondering, he's going to look for an angle here, I'm sure. Cloaking field's almost done here for our Terran player. So he is going to have some aggression that's going to be coming across the map here. Roachwarren's going to be coming up here, and Serral did spot that, so there are spore crawlers going down in each of the bases here. So really, when it's all said and done, it doesn't seem like much damage is going to be dealt quite here. He is going to get at least a couple of these drones for his troubles. And as I said, the cloaking field is down. He is going to try to get as much damage as possible. And as this is all happening, we do have, of course, all of these Hellions come down here. And I think they could have done a little bit more damage. Surprisingly enough, he decides to back off. Probably a smart decision on our Terran's, play style, and really probably a good decision on his end. Simply because when you're playing a player of the likes of Serral, can be quite scary going up against him. So, does look like a couple of more refineries are going down. Engineering base going to be coming up here for our Terran player. Armory's up and running. He's going to start getting some of those upgrades here. And it looks like, guys, we are kind of setting ourselves up for a macro-focused game. More and more roaches look like they're going to be coming up on the production tab. Looks like the two engineering bays are here. Evolution chambers are here. He's probably going to get a +1/+1 ground-based unit upgrades here very soon as well for his Zerg army. Zerglings have made their way here across the map, and they are going to try to get into that natural expansion. It does not look like that is going to be successful. But more and more bases are coming up here for our Terran player. Infestation Pit is coming up here for Serral. So I like that switch here. It looks like he's going to go for a quick hive here very, very soon. I like the decision making there. But the longer that this goes, this is really going to be, I really feel like our Terran player is going to be in a great position. He's playing a mech-based unit composition with his army. And you don't want to lose these Banshees for practically free. Almost does lose both of them. Does lose one. HeroMarine's had a couple of times where he's had some sloppy play. But when it's all said and done, really in the grand scheme of things, HeroMarine is still in a pretty good spot. I like his position a lot. He's just pretty much, I mean, both players are giving each other a lot of respect here. I'm wondering how long Serral's going to allow this to happen, though. I feel like he will most likely move to the Terran side of the map, and it looks like that is exactly what's happening here. These roaches are able to take a good amount of hits from these, from all these Hellions. And I don't know if this is necessarily going to be a push that Serral is going to definitely make happen here, but very interestingly enough, I'm seeing the Swarm Host coming out, and very interesting decision making here by Serral. He has a lot of Swarm Host, which are very supply heavy. But this might be a really good decision here by Serral. I'm actually really interested to see this kind of unit composition here. Got the Ravagers going to be coming up here. Zerglings as well as, of course, Swarm Host. And here come all of the Locusts here. They're going to try to do as much damage as possible. And those Locusts are going to make short work of all of these units here. And I wonder just how long our Terran player is going to be able to hold on here with all of those Swarm Hosts just absolutely shredding into all of these siege tanks as well as the Hellions. So very interesting. We'll see kind of the decision making here by our Zerg player very soon, and that Banshee is also taken out. I really do like this position by Serral right now. I feel like he's in a very good position right now. More and more Locusts are going to be coming over here, and I wonder if they're gonna go directly for all these siege tanks. And I'm wondering, it's such a massive ground-based unit composition. So many of all of these units are going to be taken out here, and it looks like even all of the SCVs are trying to do as much as they possibly can against this army. And it looks like the floodgates are open. Serral is pushing now into the natural base expansion of the Terran player, and more of these Marines are coming out here, and he did a lot of damage right there. Serral did quite a bit of damage. He decides to smartly back off, get more and more of his upgrades. The Hive is coming up here currently for our Zerg player, and then we also have the Hydra upgrades, +2 is going to be coming up here More and more Marines are coming up, which is probably a really smart decision. I think all of these siege tanks are going to be in a lot of trouble here. I wonder, all the Swarmos, they're also going to be getting a lot of these SCVs for practically free, and just like that, Serral shows why he is such an incredible Zerg player playing against any other kind of unit composition, in a very fun-filled match between ZVT. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Serral and HeroMarine, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.